Good morning. Good morning. This sounds like my mic is just crackling. This sounds like my mic is just crackling. Well, it's not. Okay. Let's get back in. Oh, wait. Give me a second here. Where is. There we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Um. Yeah, still there. But. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Maybe I can't. What in the world? Where is... There it is. Ooh. Okay. Actually, I need another one of these up here just to keep things nice and tidy. Yeah, I could just throw that there. Oh, let's get rid of those little chunks. I don't need them. So we'll just bloop, delete those. Okay. And that should be nice and semi-organized, let's say. Let's... okay, you're gonna go all the way around. Thank you. Oh, it's not gonna let me lean it up against there. So let's lean it up against here. Maybe. Yeah. Sure, why not? Alright. Clean up the area a little bit. Make it look a little bit tidier. Oops. There we go. I can put the nuke in there as well. And let's just plop this back here. Let's not put it in the... there we go. Let's move you. Over here. Let's get another cart. Any other loose items? No. This will be my area of making little the bearded grizzly. Sorry if you said it a while ago. Welcome. Good to have you here. I've just been cleaning up the area here, so things aren't lying around as much. It'll make it easier to, if people want to see different things, it just makes it a little bit easier if it's a little more organized, we'll say. But I've done a lot more work. Oh, so how have you decided to go on and leveling South Hope out? What method are you using? The rake? TNT? The rake, yeah. So I used the rake down here and cleared a lot of this out. I tried different things. I did try some explosion, but for the most part, the rake seems to do the best, except for if you mess up, you go down too low, then you end up having to You can't bring it all up unless you do a bunch. So in this, I don't really care because this is just the machines running. So, but as you can see, this is this is a better way. It's sorry. So this setup that I worked on, I had a hard time sleeping last night, so I woke up and spent a few hours working on this down here. But this is a better way to have your water system set up, where if I turn this on, it turns all of the belts on. Now it does turn the grinder on, which is fine because what I want to do is, and then this here turns on all of the machines. Or no, sorry. Where's the one for... That should be the one for the... Okay, interesting. Oh, it might have been... Well, hold on. Why? So these belts are on the same belt system as the top. But why is this not running now? Interesting. It should work. It was working earlier. Oh. It's because I've got a valve here. So that will turn on. Yeah, I forgot I switched the valve. So this valve here will turn on the machines, and this valve will turn on the belts. So now I'll go down and turn this on. Oh, it's already on. So I think I've only got 18 here. But we'll go for a ride and you can see. So it took a lot, and then I dug it out with a rake, but then to get it to go higher, I thought the too high was enough. Oops. So then it comes up here and then it drops onto this belt where I could be running tier 1 drills. And then it comes up here and goes into my sorter. But look at the chunks. Like this is only 18 tier 2 going, and that's a lot of ore coming out. Yeah, that's your best way to do it. Rake and shovel. I've almost got that area finished. I'm debating though whether do I want to, like, how do I want to do that? Do I want to just have it flat and then have layers, or I'm also thinking that I might just demolish everything and then do a concept like this where you make floors. So everything is cleared out and then you just make floors for your equipment. So you So unless you want to do other things, um, like you only really need to do 2 floors, but then you could do a floor at tier 2 and then have everything going up to the a next floor, couple blocks up, for all the tier 1 to smelt and all the tier 2 to smelt. So I don't know. I'm still playing with ideas and seeing what I want to do with the areas. So, but it seems so I don't know what they've done. My plan is to have an upper floor with the sorters and then a basement with tier 2 miners. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a brilliant way to do it. And then I'm assuming once tier 3 comes in, you would dig it down to tier 3 and then work with that. See, I don't like this. I don't know what's going on, but before you could put stuff into the wall like this. But right now, like, it just pushes me off to the side, and you can hear me, like, making weird footsteps, and then, like, I can't move. And I don't understand why it's doing that. I forgot I still had a couple extra down here. So I'll just put them back into the cart. Now I'll just take the cart down. For being agile, that was a really wide turn. Sure, you can stay there. Oh wait, I need this ladder. There we go. Now, I'll be honest, this will be a shorter stream. I forgot I had a doctor's appointment today. I was planning on starting the stream a little bit earlier, but like I said, I ended up waking up halfway through the night, coughing, and took me a while to get back to sleep. I could do the pipeline along here too, for the pressure, to show how pressure works. Also, I want to kind of redo this whole area so that I can have all of the machines on one line rather than this scenario where the belts are going along these machines. So I might move this system, or probably, I don't know. You might remove, because this first part is on a separate. It's only these belts that aren't. So if I remove these machines, and I move I could just move them onto this side, hook them into this line for machines, and have the belt also going from here down to feed into this line, which would now move over one. That could work. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. But I don't really, actually, I can just leave it, because I'm not going to really be using the tier 1 system. I could put a shutoff valve there. Let's take this one down here, so I don't keep forgetting. Trying to figure... And if I put it on this line... all of this still works. Because I'm... Yep. The lower belt works still. So the lower belt works, but it stops right here. So that's good. Now, let's push the system a little bit further. This is going to push it probably a little bit more because it's tier 1 and tier 2 dirt going through. Yeah, frames are starting to drop. Let's go on the other side where it's not as loud. Ooh, that one was loud. Yeah, I can't see there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 28, I think. 28 and 18, so that's 16, 30, 46. That's a good amount going. Oh, I wanted to... Ooh, do that. Nope. Please. Thank you. And there's not enough onyxes to worry about it, but we'll do it anyways. What was I gonna do? Let's look from a little higher. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I remember now. And check on. Oh. That's a lot of dirt going through there. Let me fix. Actually, I will just use one of the bigger ones so I don't keep falling through. Come on. Okay. Go to where I want. There we go. That way I won't fall off if I'm not paying attention. Seems to be working pretty good. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think you were here yesterday. To explain why I've got them separate is like this is a perfect. Let me turn down the in-game sound. It's hard for me to talk over it. Master volume. We'll just turn this down a little. More. Okay, that's a little bit easier to talk. So, as you can see, there is like this grouping that's coming out. There's more than. Let's turn this off first, and then we'll turn this off, and that should stop. So, as you can see in this grouping here, my guess is you're going to look at about 40 individual items in this grouping. And you can see there's a bunch of gems. Well, there's at least one gem there. So when I was running 96, I don't know why I said 60. When I was running 96 tier 1, like there's 96 of these tier 1 drills. When the clumps are coming out, like, so so the chunk that is at the end here, so once it starts running, the chunks come out. So that's 2 chunks. They travel roughly around 7 of these blocks, and then it will pick up 2 more chunks. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here, it's going to pick up 2 more chunks. By the time it gets all the way around, there's got to be at least 40 pieces of dirt in falling off here. Right? Like you can see there is a lot of chunks here. So this can handle it, so that the harvester can handle it. But what was happening with the gems is when there was too many going through this cutter at one time, it literally started throwing them. And then what would happen as well is when these build up, this happened when I closed it, one got stuck on it on the line. But once this starts filling up more, what was also happening is they were getting jammed up. So when I ran this system without separating them, so I literally, like right here, instead of, I had a straight belt with a cutter on it, and then I had my crusher on the other side of it. When I ran that, the two things that were happening is the cutters were getting sometimes like, the one time I counted 20 gems. So I counted 20 gems going through the cutter, and it threw them everywhere. And then when I left it for an hour, they all bunched up, and it took me... So I started streaming yesterday. I streamed for 4 hours. It took me just over 2 hours to actually clean up the gems. Because uncut gems, you can't, like, when you go into remove all raw resources doesn't remove uncut gems. So I had to use the magnet to separate the gems so they all like fell rather than being all bunched up, and then it would lag out for like 10 minutes where I couldn't move. So that's why I separated it all, because the gem cutter can't handle. So these chunks that are coming through, let me go back up there. So everything that's coming through right now is fine, because I'm not overloading the system. Like, that's just like a few gems at a time. So the chunk, like 4, maybe 5 gems, which the gem cutter can handle with no problem. Like that chunk that came out, that's 2, 4, 6, 7 gems, that might have pushed it and thrown a gem or 2. But because I've done it this way, it still will get like, there will still be times where it will get multiple gems, like there, but it can handle multiple gems. It just can't handle like huge flow of gems, if that makes sense. So doing a smaller setup, that works fine, like having just one. But as soon as you start getting up to, I would say up to around 60 machines going through one harvester, you want to start separating these, because that's when you will start seeing like sometimes like a whole pile. Like I don't understand how it happens, but I've seen coming out of here what looks like all gems. So most of these piles, they look fairly even with stuff, but that looks like a big gem pile, and that was. So there was a lot of gems in that one pile. But this is only like 40 machines running. So, and again, like with 40 machines, it would handle it without having to separate them. But the way the system is right now, gems are the biggest problem. And as you can see, if you separate them, they don't become a problem. That's why. So the way you're doing it, perfectly fine. Until you so basically you just watch your system and you so that's what I did is watch my system. Like I ran it as hard as I could for an hour to see where the faults in the system are, and I found that the gems were the faults in the system and fixed it by doing it this way. But when you're dealing with 96 machines versus usually roughly people usually have about 20, maybe 40, and then this is 46, roughly 46 machines on it, and it's handling it fine. Very little lag. It does the lines do stop every once in a while, and the harvester does, like, there's a few gems in that one. The harvester seems to not be able to keep up totally with 46-ish machines, but it handles it like the amount of interrupts that it has. So my theory is when this belt stops, like there, it's the harvester. So you just spit out those. It's the harvester having an issue, and I think in the coding, I think Max has it so that if the harvester has a problem, and I think that's how it runs so smoothly now. I think he has it set up if the harvester has a problem, it shuts everything. It shuts all the lines off. Because I'm not like when that stops, like it's I'm smooth, like I'm not having any lag issues. So something is shutting everything down, the whole system down, so the harvester can keep up. You know, it looked like dirt, but it wasn't. But the more I turn on this system, oh, come on, turn on. The more you can see what I'm talking about. Come on. So 40, 50. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So that's 66, 68, 72, 74, 76, 78. So this is 80 machines feeding this line. And I know 100% that the gems, and you'll see in a second here. Let's stand on this one. Look at the amount of gems that just went through there. Look at the gems coming through this. Like you can you can see that this is 80 machines going. And you'll start seeing that these, oops, that was dizzying. You'll see that, like, especially the ruby, more rubies go through than anything else. Once that starts filling up, you'll start seeing a couple building up here, like there. So that's what happens, but they ended up going in anyways. Let's see if I can catch one of these cutters doing a hiccup. Yeah, so the cutters aren't actually causing an issue right now. But if all these chunks were going through at one time, that's where all these gems were going through one cutter. That's where it would cause an issue. Oh, that's a huge amount of gems. And this is tier 2 and tier 1 machines going. Oh, that's a nice little chunk there. That's a tier 2 onyx. So for my system itself, I'm starting to see lag at 80 machines. I'm getting down to like 20 FPS. I saw it as low as 8. There's 8 FPS. So there's a lot going on in the system. That's a huge cluster. But these sorters are doing amazing as well. Oh, there's a gold chunk that got stuck. What? No. This is not cool. Come on. Go to where it needs to. That's a lot of dirt piling up. Let's clear that out, because that's going to cause an issue. There we go. I should go through and hammer them all in. Let's turn a bunch of these machines off so that I don't end up dropping my FPS so that it's unusable. It should work just fine. And let's grab my hammer. Okay, so lines are pretty good. Oh, I wasn't doing the belts while I was going along. There we go. It's not following that hole. Oops. There we go. Oop. Let's get this also locked down. Oop. Oh, I gotta go, I got a delivery. I think I got a delivery. I heard the door, so I'm gonna go check that out quickly. Hopefully it's my airbrush stuff. I can start getting my airbrush going. There we go. So everything that's important is locked down. Oh, wait. Oh. All right, I'll be back in like a minute. Going to get see what was delivered. Oh, I will probably run a ad just so that people coming in don't have to worry about it. Back in a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. Oops. Go back to this screen. There we go. So, something to keep in mind is that the more things you put on your line, like the crusher or the centerer or even the gem cutters, well, we have a wild gem. The more the system has to do, and the more the system's doing at one time, the more you will bog down the system. Nope. See, there's one gem stacking up. That doesn't look like it's in there properly. Now it is. I think that's what was causing the issue. So, again, back to the gems. The issue with the gems, and you can see it here, is most of the gems, except for the rubies, stack. So when you see it going in, it's stacking in there. So if there's a leg spike or a hiccup, what's happening is it just stacks at a higher position. Like these top ones are stacked at a higher position. And then like this will start. Oh, I didn't mean to fall off. Thank you. Let's get back up there. So like this, they're catching on the system. And you're not gonna let me put it online unless I go up here. Oh, where did that go? Shoot. I think that went into the rubies. Nope, it doesn't look like a emerald. So that is a big, well, I would say a big issue, but it's not really an issue. It just, oh, come on. Oh, it did get in there. Nice. So the rubies seem to be fine because the rubies aren't flat. So the rubies end up, as you can see, they don't stack. So they end up just rolling around in there. So I find that the ruby side works best, but you can see how these are starting to stack up and hit each other. And that's just a collision for when it's hitting the case. Where is it? Who's in the handle here? Oh, it is right there. But again, you can see that was a couple rubies, and they're stacked. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. I want that. Oh no, I don't want that. Wrong line. So they end up stacking on each other, and that's what causes issues with the gems crushers, is the fact that they stack and then bounce off of each other. But for the most part, it works fine. It's about testing to see how the the system can handle it. And again, great job to the 2.0 patch, because this system couldn't handle this in prior than 2.0. You would have ores everywhere, you would have dirt chunks everywhere, which is why they implemented the deleting the dirt chunks. Now let's go down here. I believe there's 18 down here. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep. So let's go build 18 tier 2 machines so we can get. This is the most empty trick. Ooh, throw this over here. We'll put this over here to be part of the showing off logistics. I thought I had a pipe. I had a... Come on. Oh. Nope. I wanted a straight one. Okay, back in here, please. Nope. Let's go into the cart this time. Thank you. Where's the straight pipe? There it is. I will put, well, let's put it there. And then put this there. What? No. Whatever. You need the special fishing. Oh, shoot. Not what I wanted. And now it won't go where I want it to go. As the fishing poles are. And now the map. Yeah, it won't go in there. Alright, you can go in here then. There, that'll work. Alright, let's... I think this is... Yeah, this is the one that I could sell this dagger to. It'll be next to nothing. Yeah, 18 tier 2s is what I need to make. Whoa, why did you jump like that? That's funny. It just jumps. Anyways. Alright. I need 18 tier 2. Not sure. Yeah, drills. Yes, I need tier 2 drills. That's right. One. Nope, I need. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, this makes me slow. I forgot. But it's going to allow me to carry 2, so that's fine. Two, 3. Oh, where did? Oh, it didn't go on to it. Shoot. Okay, let's put this back. Let's put this over here. Actually, if I stay up here, I can just throw that over there. I should be able to pick these up. Yeah. So it's less movement. Oh, it threw me off. That's funny. Okay, so note to self. That doesn't work. So what do I have? 4, 5. Wow, this is gonna take a while. 6. Oop, fell off. Oh, a bucket would work. That's a good idea. Because you can drop them both into a bucket and still move quick. Oop, there's the bucket. Well, come on. Thank you. No. Whatever. Pick it up from down here and take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9. Nope. Ten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Ah. $11. $12. $13. Lucky number 13. So that would be 14. That would be 15. 3 more. Oh, I didn't put them in. Got ahead of myself. $16. Or, I don't know. Whatever. I think 16. Might have lost count there. You would just say 16. $17. Who was that? Reflective Plank subscribed again. Awesome. Wait a minute. That's funny. Didn't you? Okay. Didn't you use your Prime like a few days ago, and now it's coming in, or did it just not go through? I'd have to look to see. I did look into the V Rising, and I at this point I'm not able um to get it. Just we're still trying to catch up financially. Um yeah. Well, it just came through as the subscription, so that's weird. Yep, it's covering my so this is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 So I was thinking about our conversation the other day, and it's like 4 hours of mining, but it's similar to what you would do in something like Satisfactory. You spend hours like creating a system. Oops. In like Satisfactory. You'll see, like, yeah, so I just built all of these machines here with ore that I had mined up. And then you'll see it's starting to really leg out because I got a lot of these in one area. So I mean, so you basically the principle, if you think of it like Satisfactory, the principle is the same. You just keep expanding your factory more and more until you end up with like a huge system. So, and that's what's happening here is I'm expanding the system more and more until I've got this mass system. So the one area that I'm in, I have 96 tier 1 drills. So I just made 18 more tier 2 drills. Let's get on there before it goes. Thank you. So by adding the 18 tier 2 drills, yeah. Oh, oh no. Some of them landed on the. Okay. It won't go because it's stuck on some of the machines. So they just released 2.0 2.0 for Engineer. Come on. There we go. Now maybe it'll let me drive. I'm stuck on the sign. There's a sign right underneath the tire. Come on. Let's get out. If I unstuck, it's going to throw the truck. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. Okay. The bouncing truck. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So this is one of the things that they are aware of and they're trying to fix. So if you overload, like this is 18 tier 2 machines inside one small little area. So it doesn't know how to handle it. So game physics is like, oh, what's going on? So that's why the vehicle is bouncing. But it doesn't help that I've got a bunch of machines running as well. I should have turned that system off. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And this is where, like, this is where I'm breaking the system. No, don't, come on. Okay, let's go. Stop bouncing anytime. But all my trucks are now bouncing. Oops. Cute. Wow. Okay. Let's shut the system down. Because this is adding to that leg. So this is the system that, so this is what I'm saying is has that similar feel to Satisfactory. You end up building a mining platform. So all of these are tier 1 mining drills. And then underneath, I have the tier 2, which I'm expanding. So there's a tier system in this game. So there's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And the lower you go, the better yield you get. So this is my tier 2 system. So I just got, so this is 18 running. Then I'm going to be putting 18 on this side of the belt. Again, working to push it to see how far we can push the system. Okay, let's shut the machines off. Oh, right here. And we'll turn these off. Let the dirt run through. So I don't have this set up efficiently. So the tier 2 drills, I've got it all set up on one pipe system. So I can leave the machines in the on position and just shut the water off to them, and then they won't run. So all the system is Hydroneer, so everything runs off of water. Even the trucks. So this system up here, I've kind of messed it up. So I did start it off properly. So this conveyor belt system that I'm walking on right now can be shut off separate. But this conveyor belt system is sitting on the water that's feeding these machines. So in order for me to shut the machines off, it would shut the belts off. But that makes it a lot more difficult. So now that I've got all the machines manually turned off, I can go turn it back on, and then it'll just process the last bit of ore that's going around. And you can see the trucks have stopped jumping around. And that's why they've stopped jumping around, is because there's less lag going on. They may start jumping again. We'll see. But anyways, you can see all that ore going through the system. Come on. Get through there. And getting processed. So just like any mining game, you have iron, gold, but this has cloutium and gems. So all that ore gets processed and then smelted down into its... And then once it's done, you can get you end up getting bars. Just like those ones are. That's a power shard bar. And that's the system. So let's... I gotta see the time. I'm going to have to go here soon because I have a doctor's appointment. But let's just run the tier 2 system. And you'll see it coming up from this side. Yeah, there we go. So there's multiple chunks. It looks like one chunk, but that's multiple chunks going through at once. Oh, I didn't check the gems. Oh, the gems seem to be fine. Let's just get this one. Come on. This is one that seems to give me the most problems. Come on, thank you. So these are gem compressors. So it takes multiple gems and compresses them into one gem. So they are working on the truck system to get it to work better. And believe it or not, it is working better than it has been prior to this. But they've experimented, so they've added a traction system on it. Then they added suspension. Oh, come on, thank you. And that's why it bounces, because they added the suspension. No, you can't get a better truck. There's two different vehicles right now. I will call it the starter vehicle and then the more powerful vehicle. So this is the more powerful vehicle. But again, it's just like any game. So what's happening is I've got a bunch of stuff in here, and because he added suspension, like each one of it's physics. There's so many things in this truck, it doesn't, the physics engine doesn't know what to do. So then it starts doing this. Come on. Drop. But as soon as I start taking them out, it'll start like reducing the... Oh, come on. You're moving further away. Stop. But it's already stopped. Okay, let's... Oh, it's going to let me place it there? That's weird. And the other thing is the way the system works. It's better to place it, because if you drop it, it's just an item lying around. But if you place it, it becomes part of the structure rather than just an item lying on the ground. The more items you have just lying down, the laggier it does get. But now the truck is not bouncing. And one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Just what I needed. All right, I am going to call it here because I've got a well, I don't have to, but I want to shower, get changed and everything, so get ready for the doctor. I'll probably come home, and when I get back, I'll probably start streaming again. Now I might stream my editing process. I may try to edit the videos that I've done. Oh no, it's so I got COVID January of 2020 before they even really knew what to do with COVID. They didn't even know it was COVID until like August. They they put two and two together, and because I ended up with long COVID symptoms. All right, the whole system is done. We'll shut that off. Um, so like for the longest time they've been running tests, stress tests, breathing tests, like all kinds of like tests to figure out why I'm having such a hard time breathing. And and then in around August they put two and two together because I explained them like, could this be long COVID? Because there was a thing that came out, if you have these symptoms, you could have long COVID symptoms. And then my doctor went back in my record and went, oh, wait, yeah, January you were complaining of this, and this, and this, and this. Okay, it sounds like you had COVID. So, but the issue is that because there was no testing back then, they couldn't get me into any clinics. So now that I've had a positive COVID test. Well, this will be two times now that I've had positive COVID tests. So they just want to go through now, and because I'm over um it's been 3 weeks, so I'm no longer positive for COVID. So they just want to just check in, see how things are going, and then see if they need to do anything more. If they're talking about giving me an inhaler, but the inhalers don't work. So, but yeah, so it's not serious, but it is to do with the COVID stuff. So, but I will say this: last time getting COVID, my lungs are so much better. Like before, like I would just walk a block and I was done. And before COVID, I was working with at-risk youth. That's how I ended up getting it. One of the youth had just gotten back from China and was like really, really sick, fever, cough, like all that. And so, but since then, like I, I walk a block and I'm done. And if I go shopping or if I do anything like big, I'm I would be out for like 3 4 days. But now like I've moved my room around. That's why I don't have my green screen up, because I have the green screen on the wall. And I was by the window, so I use the curtain rod and jerry rigged a green screen, which worked. But I moved the desk and everything, and I was able to actually do it. So lung wise, it seems a lot better. But I have very little taste. So, but personally, going from like coaching, so to say, at risk youth on soccer or football, depending on where you're from, you would know it as football, plank, um, which is a very like intensive, very like you need stamina to be able to do it. To to doing stuff like that, to not even being able to walk a block You know, I used to box. I like playing hockey and football, like American football. And I was coaching soccer for at-risk youth and basketball. Like to go from that to like you walk a block and then you sleep for 8 to 16 hours because your body's just done. Just ah. Which is why I haven't streamed in a while, because it's been difficult to do, and then having the death and having all the family issues and everything else on top, it's been rough, but it's getting so much better, and I'll get some videos out. I've got a desk that I just need to finish up. The downfall now is because I haven't done a lot of that. I'm not as strong as I used to be, so I've got to build up my muscle mass again. But again, that's all work I don't mind doing, because I don't mind working out. I don't mind going to the gym. But in saying that, I will send the raid to a common person that I usually raid, which is Different Gamer. He is an amazing guy. Today's a great day for him too. Today it's he watches videos that people submit to his Discord, and there's a lot, like, his community puts lots of cool things in there. Um so it's pretty good. Anyways, thanks again for being here. Thanks for the subscription. I know you did that the other day. It just came through now, kind of messed up, but anyways, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here. If you guys are around later, I probably will get on. Might do video editing though. We'll see. Thanks again. You have a great day. Let's put my volume on. All right. And raid incoming. All right. And raid incoming. Okay, it said that it said the raid went through, but it didn't. Interesting. Let's refresh this. Interesting. Let's refresh this. I don't know. It's saying I'm rating him. We'll just go to his channel.
Especially you can see it on your beautiful dome, greasy dome. You can see that beauty, the light diffusing off his amazing forehead, double-sided, like